and new baby office visits. I'm going to bring this one up here. Hold on.
This is going to be approached by from a billing and coding perspective. I have talked before in just regular billing where you can bill a preventive visit along with a sick visit at the same time, adding a modifier 25 to the, say, 99212 that requires a medical necessity. So talking about a newborn, it's, this is a, okay, after a newborn is discharged home, okay, he will begin to see his physician in the office. Depending on whether or not the pediatrician saw the baby in the hospital, depends on whether you use a 99381 as the initial comprehensive visit under the age of 1, or if the doctor did see the baby in the hospital, you would be billing a 99391. Okay, and so that's very important. If the if the newborn is identified as having something as jaundice or low birth weight, that is considered a medical necessary visit, and you would add an E&M code with that. And it's, like I said, same concept as if you were billing for an adult visit. You can combine a wellness and a sick visit. But that part's the easy part. It's the billing end of it that is really a pain in the neck. Okay. First of all, parents have to enroll their babies in a family insurance plan under a separate ID number. They must stress to the patient when they call the office with their first appointment, and I'll explain why. Newborn coverages vary by carrier, and billing is easier if the office already has the ID number. Okay, and I'm just going to point out 4 examples of why it makes it easier to have the number. Okay, so number 1, these are valid newborn coverage. Okay, so if the newborn has been added to the plan within 60, has not been added to the plan within 60 days, the payer will reimburse all routine, okay, preventive newborn care under the mother. That's one rule. The next insurance company, the payer will reimburse the physician under the mother for routine and non-routine care, but only up to 31 days. Another payer will reimburse under the mother's ID number up to the first 61 days of a newborn's life. And then the last one, all incurred inpatient newborn services are included in the mother's obstetrical stay. But if the newborn is not added as a dependent upon the mother's discharge from the hospital, coverage of newborn care will cease. Okay, so why there's a problem? You want to first communicate again to the parents to enroll as quickly as possible. You need to know the rules of the insurance carrier. But the reason why it makes it easier to get the ID number ahead of time is because if you're allowed to bill under the mother's name and date of birth, the computer is automatically going to kick it out because a newborn code does not correlate with a mom that was born in 1983. And the one thing I hate in billing is fixing denied claims, okay? And it's like, okay, so I'm just saying it can be 10 minutes to an hour to fix this claim. All right, so even though the rules say, oh, we'll pay under mom, you have to do the work to get it paid. And the last thing is, if a mom or dad leaves and says, oh, I'll call you with the ID number, don't put the encounter form aside. Bill it, even if you know it's going to get denied. And the reason is that insurance companies, they have 60 days, 90 days, a year to bill. You push that aside and the mom decides to call on the 93rd day, you can't appeal that claim. It's not in the insurance database. So just get it in there because you have 90 days to bill, let's assume. It denies, then you have another 90 days from the denial date. So it's a lot of work, so I think the front desk should be proactive to get the information as soon as possible, and avoid the whole appeal process. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I can't stand it when I have to deny appeal.
And mamas and daddies are not thinking about insurance after that baby's born. That's the last thing they're thinking about, so they may be all excited about the first doctor visit, but their insurance is not on their mind.
I would disagree. I think after the first one, if it's your second, you very much pay attention to that.
There you go. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
Do you need more medical certification training? Go to www.cco.us. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for updates.